going on the summer tour. When school would get out, I would get put on a plane to California, and we would spend a couple weeks in Southern California racing all the local circuit. Like literally racing every day, and 2 or 3 times on Saturday and Sundays. Like that was insane to me, because in Virginia, if we wanted to race twice in a weekend, we were driving to Maryland or wherever, to get 2 races. And most of the time it was, you'd race on one day on a weekend. And when I think about it now, there were so many East Coast riders that were competitive against these West Coast guys that could race literally every day. It's pretty incredible to me that we were able to keep up with them and beat them sometimes. Rich Farside, he's from New Jersey. He was the man. He could beat anybody. And
yeah, that's what Kevin Dunsmore put a comment saying Farside, New Jersey with a question mark. So yeah.
So it was just weird, so going out there and racing every day, and then going to the Orange Y and racing. And I'm this guy from Virginia. People are looking at me like, who the hell is this guy with like Virginia District 1 on his license plate, or license number plate? And I got out there and I held I think I actually won. I won my class at Orange Y, which was pretty damn cool.
Wow.
But
if you showed up in Azusa and we were on the gate together, and I saw that you had a Virginia 1 on your man, you're the first person I want to take out, man.
yeah. So that, like,
I can only imagine the crap you caught on the track, because you're the first person I would say, "Oh, we need to take this guy out. He thinks he's going to have a hang with us." No way.
Funny little side story. So Billy's dad, Buck, Billy Griggs' dad, Buck Griggs, he would I'd hang out with Billy during the week, and we would just ride all over the place. And his dad Buck would take us to races, and we went to a race at the Norco Y down Riverside, and it was the home track of this guy named Donnie Graves. Donnie Graves was like factory RRS guy, and so we're the same age. And I show up at his home track, and he's having none of that, none of it. I'm not. That was a target on me the whole time, but we kind of diced it up, and I don't know what the end result was. He probably beat me or whatever, but it was the first time I really went somewhere and I could feel the tension in the air from showing up at somebody's home track and giving them a run for the money. So it was pretty cool.
I can relate to that, because when I was a newly minted 16X, and we went to Mexico with my friend for the summer to party and have a good time down in Mexico. And there was a BMX National. This was the year after the Tijuana National. Do you remember the Tijuana National back in like 82?
Yeah.
This was in 83 or 84. And we went down, and I signed up to race a national in Mexico. And I won my class, my first race in my class. I won my first race in my open. I went to the main, and I was scared out of my mind, man. It was like we had been down in Mexico for probably, I don't know, a month, and I hadn't heard anybody speak English in a long time. And my brother told me before my class race, he's like, "Dude, you're gonna win the whole thing." I'm all, "Man, I hope so." And then this guy out of nowhere comes up to me and goes, "You ain't gonna get shit this weekend." I'm like, "Oh wow." And I was a really dirty rider when I was in Azusa. I T-boned everybody and no problem. And dude, they took me out both races. So they had their knives out for me. So I can only relate to somebody coming in from another state to a home track. But wow, that's very cool, man.